Hello everyone, we're back here in DaVinci Resolve 18.5. We're going to make a 3-ring animated picture frame. With that said, let's get started. Start up here in the media pool of the edit page, right click, select new fusion composition. And for those of you that don't know me, I have to use this on-screen keyboard due to health reasons, but I think pretty much all of you know that by now. And make this to 15-second duration. Doesn't matter if you name it or not. You can if you want. There will be a card up in the right hand corner for the link to the free preset that I'm giving away for this. You might want to watch the full video so you know how to use it, and also put it in the description here below. And then bring it on down to your timeline. Okay, I already have my pictures and everything in my media pool. You're gonna want PNG transparent pictures for this. You're gonna do some masking too, so they don't gotta be set up any particular way. Just gotta be transparent. With that said, let's go down into Fusion now. Click right about here a few times. Grab a 3D shape node. Merge. Camera. Spotlight. And render. Put the render up in the right viewer. The merge in the left. This here is some values we're going to need here. It's only a couple, but I didn't want to get it wrong and waste time, so figured I'd bring that in to refer back to that if I need to. Now select the 3D shape node. Open the inspector under shape. Go down to torus. And you'll see in the left viewer, everything's all compiled into one. Up in the inspector, take the section down to where it starts looking like a bicycle tube. Make sure you take the base subdivisions all the way to the right and the high subdivisions all the way to the right. That will smooth out our ring. This is where we need to put those two values. With the radius at 0.76. And a section at 0.71. I hope this just cuts down a little bit of time trying to figure out the sizes. I did something wrong. Point 079. Now go to the transform with the shape node selected. Come down here to rotation, X value, rotate that to 90. Select your camera node. Up in the inspector under transform. Under translation, Z-axis. You'll see in the left viewer the camera will move back and we'll start seeing the ring in the right viewer. If you want to move them digits like one or two at a time, hold on the Alt key and you can fine tune that. We're going to have 3 of them in there, all side by side, so we want to have it set right about there. Be sure to select Use Target on that camera. Okay, now let's set up the spotlight. Select it. In the inspector under transform, same thing, translation, Z-axis. I just like to pull it back, get it out of the way. Now I'll use the little arrows on the light. It's easier. Be sure to select Use Target. That way it's always pointing at what we're creating. I would say probably something like that. For now, we can always move it later. Okay, select your, right-click your Shape 3D node. Copy. Click a few times right above the other one. Make sure nothing's selected. Right-click and paste. Okay, with the shape node selected, go up in the inspector. Under transform, under translation, X value. That's good enough for now. Now right click the second shape node, copy, same thing, paste it right here. Tie it into the merge. Make sure it's selected, go up in the inspector, under transform, translation X value. Let's switch these two around so we don't get them mixed up as we're working. So we know this one's the left one, middle one, right one. You can name that if you'd like. In fact, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I think we're ready to animate these. I'm on a 30 FPS frame rate. I'm going to start 1 second in, so we'll start on frame 30. Select the left ring. We're going this way. We'll set a keyframe. Move ahead 60 frames to frame 90. And bring that all the way over till that ring is gone. Now the center ring. We want to go that way. And we're only going halfway. So we will set a keyframe, move ahead 30 frames to 120. Take this to the end, says one is at 180. Now go to the right ring. Okay, we want to come down from there. I'm going to move this ring over a little bit to the left, line up a little better. Okay, back to controls. Set a keyframe. Now we're going to move ahead 60 frames to 180. Take it all the way to the right. Now back to the center. Move ahead 30 frames to 210. And bring that over to the left until it's gone. Now we'll play it and see if it works correctly. Okay, we have it all there. Now we'll let it play. That's pretty common for this middle one to do that. Just gotta figure out how I kept it there. Okay, now with the center one selected, we'll bring that back to 180. Meant to bring that back to 180 here. Let's try setting the keyframe. Let's delete that keyframe. Okay, I think we have it. Except for this has to be totally gone at 30 frames. So at 180, back on the keyframe. Center selected. Then go to 210. Yeah, we don't need that keyframe at 240. Hope it didn't confuse you too much. Okay, let's add a color to that. Bring a background down. Make it blue. Let's go to 3D render. Enable lighting and shadows. I meant to do that sooner when we set the light up and I forgot. Now it looks much better. Now we're going to have this animate back on in a different color. And then we'll put pictures in the center. So with the center node selected, right on frame 210 is the end. We'll go one frame back so you can see it. But before we do all that, let's go ahead and make 3 more rings. So copy and paste this one like we did with the first 3. Now you'll see it overlaid on that one. Go down the center. Now you should have one overlaid on the center. Now down the left. Okay. We just got to remember these top 3 are going to be the red. So go ahead and bring another background node in. You can make them whatever color you'd like. I'm going with red and blue. tie it into each one. Okay, now we got 3 red rings. Okay, we're gonna go to the left ring. We have to go in and unkeyframe all of them. And you do that just by double click at the angle. Okay, let's get these over here. Start out with just the left ring. We'll disconnect the other 2. Want that to be right on frame 110 where it ends, the blue ends. Select the left node or the left ring. Okay, we'll make sure we're right on that frame 110 where the blue one ends. Now we're going to make them appear instead of disappear. So go all the way to the right. Set a keyframe. Move ahead 60 frames. $270. Bring it all the way to the left. Now go to the center ring, connect it to the merge. And then take the angle all the way to the right. And we only want to go 30 frames this time. $300. Put your playhead at 300. And then bring this back to 180. All right, now go to the right ring. And connect that to the merge. We're coming down from the top here. I want to continue this way. Set a keyframe. Move ahead to frame 360. Okay, before we set that keyframe, take it all the way back. Let's take this keyframe off too. This gets confusing because you're going backward. One of them you're going one way, the other one you're going the other. Okay, at 300, we now have it gone, and we're at keyframe is set. Now we'll go to 360. I see it's not lined up all that great here, so I'm going to move it over. So with that right ring node selected, go up into transform. And just slide it over. Go back to controls. And continue that all the way to the right. If you had to do what I did. You might not have had to have. And we have our pair of glasses again. Now back to the center ring. Let's set a keyframe right there. Then move ahead 30 frames to 390. And then bring it all the way to left. Okay, I do believe we have it. We'll go up and edit page and render the cache out so it plays a little better. Won't do this any good without connecting media out. Now we'll save this as a transparent video at the end. That way you can put a generator under it. Put whatever color background you want. And I'll probably have another part 2 making up a template for it. I'm pretty sure we can do a template. I just done this today for the first time. Okay, it all animates good. I did notice the alignment here wasn't very good. Let's try moving that right one over. I think the left one lined up okay, the left side. Oh shoot. On the wrong one. Don't do what I did. Okay, we're on the blue. Select the right one on the blue. Hey, I never said I was perfect. Now let's check it out. Now here's where you're going to want to make a copy with it transparent. And then you can always add anybody's pictures into it later. There's always a little bit of fine tuning. Now that I screwed this one up, it's a little bit off. Okay, now I'll give you a quick rundown just in case for the ones that don't know how to make this transparent. I'm not going to go ahead and do it though. You'd go to delivery. You're going to switch your format to QuickTime. Now you can do this in H.265 as well. It has an alpha on it, but I don't have very good luck with it. It's not very clean around the edges. And under Kodak, you want to go to GoPro Cineform. Under type, 16-bit, and then this export alpha box will pop up here. Select that, and now if you render it out, it'll be transparent. So that's what it'd be like with it being, we could put any background on it. Okay, now let's add the pictures. I am trying to hurry here. Bring a background down. Tighten your media out. Make sure the alpha is turned all the way down. Pipe the render into the background. It'll make merge. Drag that background back so we have some room. Bring your picture down. Merge it in the background. Select your picture and add a transform. Up here in the inspector, under transform, we'll size it, move it around. I'll take your playhead all the way to the beginning so pipes are all closed. Okay, now we'll grab a ellipse. Tie it in the media. Make sure the ellipse is selected. Go over the inspector under width. Right click. Add an expression. You'll see a little plus sign here. Drag that over to the height. Now it'll stay proportioned into a circle. Without that, you have to adjust each one individually, and it's just kind of a pain. This locks it into a complete circle. You can move it around with that center X and Y. I don't have a middle mouse wheel on my controller. I have to use it with my mouth because I'm paralyzed. You guys have a middle mouse wheel. If you do, that is the easiest way to move these screens around, especially in the 3D. I have to use that drop down box. I'm going to go to transform and make that picture a little smaller. Back to the ellipse. Go up to soft edge. Let's go up here to these 3 dots and turn off checker underlay. We can come back and readjust these if need be. Bring down your other picture. Merge it into the other merge. Select the picture and select transform. With that selected, we'll size the picture, center it. These are my grandkids, by the way. Now grab an ellipse. This is all the same thing. Right click on the width, expression. We'll add a little bit of a soft edge to it. Now let's get our last picture. And you'll see she's right here in the middle. In case you don't know, you can grab those anchors in the center and move them anywhere you want. If you grab the little circle, you can move it any direction, but if you grab the arrow, it'll go straight up or straight left or right. And we'll grab another ellipse. Now you can put the names above too. I think we'll take the time to do that while we're here. Shouldn't take much longer. Okay, let's add the pictures. Sorry, let's add their names, not pictures. Getting tired here, it's getting late. Bring down the text plus node. This is my little buddy Landon. Pick your font, your text color and everything in the first node. Color is kind of optional because I'm going to have 3 different colors anyhow. But you can change those as you go. This way we're going to make a copy of that first text node and carry it over, and we don't have to keep looking up everything and changing everything. Now with the text node selected, under layout, center X and Y, we'll move it where we want it. Now we'll right click on the text node, copy. Make sure you click a few times and no nodes are selected. Right click and paste. Now with that text node selected, we'll just change the text. It'll be overlap the other one in case you're looking for it. Just go into layout, center X value. And I want to change the color. Now we'll copy that node. Same thing. Click here, make sure nothing's selected. And just change the note, the text and the color if you like. I'll let it render out one more time. We'll give it a play. It'll be in full view. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it helps you out. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.